a good grade. So for my midterm exam, I got D, right? I got D. And then for my final exam, because I understood the Korean system, I got an A+. He gave us the simple questions. I spent like 5 hours just remembering. You know, okay, A, okay, 1, A, 2, D, 3, C. I could, paper test, exactly the same. I'm like, guys, that's pretty good, but you don't learn anything. Which meant, between the midterm and the final exam, I didn't really go to class. And I'm like, why do I go to class anyway? I just get the simple questions and I get a good grade at my exam. So, I think this is the main, difference between the French and the Asian education system. You got different goals, so you got different results. That means that in France, what teachers want you to do is to understand and to get something from the class. They want you to have skills. They want you to have something, useful that you'll be able to use after graduation, that you'll be able to use, in the real life. That's why we're in school, right? Why are we in school anyway? Are we in school to take exam? No. We're in school to learn something useful. Something good, something you use at work. Something you use in your daily life. Something useful. If not, why are we in school? There's no point. Okay, because your parents told you to. But you need to get something out of it. Isn't it? And this is what French people want you. To get something out of it. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Thank you. Tell me. Don't look at me like that. Just learn something. Stay with me. Thank you. Okay. And that's the main difference. Because in Asia, what you guys are asked to is to get a good grade at the exam. And that's the thing that everyone cares about. You get a good grade, perfect. Then you can just erase your memory. Everything you learn, you can just and that's great. I'm not saying it's completely a bad thing. But in my belief, the French education system is slightly better on a personal level. Because you get something, you actually learn something. At least you learn how to make presentation. All French people are good at presentations because we like speaking. Because when you're raising your hand all the time to ask questions, at the end you're just good at speaking. So when someone gives you a mic and be like, I'll just talk in front of students for 1 hour. Okay. You get good at conversation. Alright. Does anyone want to go to French right now? You guys can actually lie to me. I don't know. I don't know you guys. You can just be nice with me and say, yeah, I want to go to France, and then you never go. Okay, you guys are honest. Okay. Alright. Then next thing. Yeah, ask me everything.
I want to ask, does France have a textbook or something? Because in Asian school, teacher used to teach students with textbook. So maybe teacher just want to finish what the textbook teach. So some students they don't want to interrupt teachers while learning. Yeah. So is that some different? Is there a difference between Asian and France? Yeah.
Really good question. Thank you. That's why she's sitting in the front row. I like that. Okay, really good question. So French teacher, we use textbook. We have a curriculum. We have for the semester we have stuff to do. It's not like just freestyle. Okay, today we're gonna talk about this and that. No, we have a curriculum. And sometimes teachers will say, okay guys, we need to work and to rush for the next 10 minutes. We need to finish this stuff for this class. So if you have questions, welcome, really welcome, but ask me after class. So the teacher will rush for 10 minutes. That's why they do. But they'd be like, if you have any questions, ask. But after class. But usually that doesn't really happen. You know, like teachers have quite a big, a small amount of things to teach and a long amount of time. So usually it doesn't happen. Sometimes. Any other questions about France and the French education system, or more experience, or studying in Korea, or whatever? I love questions. Yeah.
Do you agree with the education system in Korea? It's not why giving up compared to French.
Do I support?
Support, yes.
Do I support what I think is a good thing? If the Korean system is a good thing. The Korean education system, it's really complicated, and it's like it's actually a hot issue in Korea right now. Like everyone thinks that they should change the education system because it's a lot of pressure on students. It's a lot of pressure. It's like in Korea you need to get in the best in the best primary school, so you can get in the best middle school, so you get in the best high school, so you get in the best university, so you get the best job, so you get the biggest car or whatever. It's like your life, the pressure on you starts from not even middle school. It's like what do you say that in English? 幼稚园. Kindergarten. Yeah, it starts from there. It's like you need to perform. You need to be the greatest. If not, you don't get in the best university. If you don't get in the best university, you don't get the best job. You can't work for Samsung or LG or the best companies. So, from very little age, you get lots of pressure, which isn't good, like for kids. Like French kids, when they're in primary school, like we learn how to write and count, but that's pretty much it. Like most of your time you spend it outside, playing, and this goes into university actually. You spend most of your time outside, doing nothing, like playing, learning life outside of school. In Korea, like this is not my own experience because I was in high school in Korea, but in Korean high school, if you're at high school, most of the time you will go to those academies, those ushiban, after school to learn. And I know you guys do that as well, but in Korea it's really extreme. Like students, they go to those academies sometimes until 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. and they go to school the next day. So you just go back home, like to sleep for 4 hours. At like 6 they wake, and then they go to school. They spend the whole day in school. Then go to Bushiban, and then and that goes for 2-3 years. I think that's crazy. Because at the end, you get someone with good grades, someone who can perform, someone who has like really good grades at the test. But I had lots of friends in Korea. I met people of my age, people older than me, mostly guys, some girls as well, but mostly guys, and they're not really mature. They don't. Did you guys mention mature? Right? They're not really mature because they spend like all their childhood studying, like in front of textbook, and so they're bad at talking to people. They're bad at interacting. They're bad at they missed on lots of things. So I think Korea got really really high really fast. Korea was poorer than you guys. I think like 20 or 30 years ago. Taiwan was way higher than Korea, and then Korea just went. Like Korea just developed really really fast. And I think it's also because of that, because they work hard. But at the end, you don't make happy people. You don't get happy people at the end. And what's the point of life? Being happy, right? Having fun. It's not having good grades or having a good job. It's like being happy, right? So I would say that overall, I don't really agree with the Korean system. I love, being a part of it because I knew that, I could just fly away. Just go like, bye-bye Korea. I know I can do that. So it was a great experience, but don't really agree with the thing overall. Alright, any other questions? I love questions. Okay. So we're moving on. Oh, yes. Thank you.
I'm wondering that the French university, every university can get the equal education results, because I think why we Asian people do this, because we always pick the best one, so everyone wants to reach the best one. Yeah.
Very good question as well. Okay, Taiwan as Korea, same as Korea, you guys have the top universities. Most of the top universities are in Taipei, right? You have the data and stuff like that. I don't really know, but from what I've heard, the top universities are in Taipei. Same for Korea. Top universities are in Seoul. I was in one of the top universities. I was in the fifth or fifth best university. It's really high. I was really good university in Korea. So like when I told my friend, oh, I'm at Hanyang University, he was like, whoa. How did you get that? I was like, I don't know. I just applied and I got there. I didn't know that was a good university. I just got there and one of the best university in Korea and one of the best university in the world. I think it's like 300 or something in the world. It's a really good university. But does this matter? Honestly? If you live in Taiwan, if you live in Korea, probably. Yeah. But not as much in France. In France, what I love is that when you get your diploma, nobody can look at your grades. What does that mean? You tell me if I speak too much. I'll finish my point and I'll give you guys, I don't know, how long are the breaks here? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? 10 minutes? I'll finish my point really quick and then I'll give you a break. Oh, I feel like a teacher, it's great. What am I saying? Oh yeah, the diploma. Yeah. You guys have, in Taiwan, you guys have something called GPA, right? So it means like an overall grade for your diploma. So I think it's on 5, right? So if you have like something like 4.5, it's a really good grade. If you have like a 2, it's like shit, you know what I mean? So you have a grade like on your diploma. Don't have that in France. That doesn't exist. So it means, okay, you're very lucky. You go to one of the best universities in France, and you have the worst grades ever. You have only D's, like you're the worst student ever. You get your diploma, you're good. You're safe. If you have your diploma, you're good. Nobody knows, like, how bad of a student you are. Nobody knows that. I love it. I mean, I love it. Like, I thought it was the same everywhere before I went to Korea. And like, one day, my advisor, she contacted me. She was like, "Okay, cool. You had lots of D's like for like this semester." I was like, "Yeah, but does it matter? I can, if I get the credits, it's fine." She was like, "No. You need a good grade for your diploma if you want to find a job." I'm like, what do you mean? Like, can you guys see my grade? They're like, yeah, of course. People are gonna look at your grade when you want to find a job. I was like, oh really? Okay, let's go somewhere else, okay? Let's just don't find a job in Korea. So, in France, we do have like those big universities. We do have the only in Paris, most of them. But the thing is, they're not that popular. Okay, like, if you really like studying, you want the best job, you want, the best for your future, then you're gonna work really hard to get into those universities. Some students do that. But in France, I think your life really starts after you got your diploma, after you graduated from university. You got your diploma, okay, nobody sees the grade, right? So if you're a bad student, if you're bad at it, for example, you study medicine, you want to be a doctor, and you were the worst student. Okay, you create your own, your own hospital, you have something, you find a job, and like 95% of your patients dies. And you got the answer, you're a pretty bad doctor. Alright? But let's say, okay, you want to be a doctor, you're a really good student, you can learn everything by rote. Really, really good. You have the best grades of the best university in Taipei. You find a job. Maybe you're really bad doctor. Who knows? Who knows? You can be really good at studying, but you can be bad at doing your job. So, I think France is fairer. It's more fair. It's fairer overall. I'll let you guys have a break for 10 minutes. I see you. Yeah, 10 minutes? back to the let's go back to the lecture for how long? 10 minutes and then 20 minutes questions? Is it? Just questions right now. I don't know. So 10 minutes lecture and then 20 minutes question. Okay? Alright, I have a question for you guys. Do you want me to talk about work life or do you want me to talk about learning French and living in France? Okay, people who want me to talk about the work life, raise your hand. Yay! You guys really don't want to find a job or what? Okay. So, wait, I'm testing. People who want me to talk about learning French and living in France, raise your hand. Okay, you guys are listening. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to talk about learning French and living in France. I have lots of Korean and some Taiwanese friends living in France right now. And they have a great experience. They're having a great experience. But if we start talking about learning French, it's not such a great experience. Who was learning German? Well, you were learning German. Do you enjoy it? Okay, that's really rare. Okay, because French grammar and the French language. Ladies over there, thank you. Just hold it in for 10 minutes. Thanks a lot. The two ladies. Hey, hello, thanks. Ask me questions if you want to talk. Oh, I feel like a teacher. That's so great. All right. What am I saying? Yeah, learning French. To me, okay, I taught French a little bit, but to me, you need to be motivated. You need to really want it. You need to love French movies, you need to love French culture, you need to love it before you choose to learn French. Because, that's not easy. It's not